The National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola is facing mounting pressure amid allegations of corruption, financial misconduct, and a reportedly delayed arrest warrant, raising serious questions about the leadership of South Africa's embattled law enforcement system. The Economic Freedom Fighters leader Julius Malema, during a press briefing on Thursday, made explosive claims that a warrant of arrest had been issued for Masemola in connection with corruption and fraud involving former top cop Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo. Malema alleged that political interference has stalled Masemola's arrest, warning that justice is being undermined at the highest levels, and said, "I do not know why he is not being picked up. It means someone somewhere is playing politics, and they want to undermine once more the independence of our justice system." Masemola, appointed as National Commissioner in March 2022, is now under scrutiny following a damning investigation led by Paul O'Sullivan, founder of Forensics for Justice. The probe reveals that Masemola's monthly spending far exceeds his earnings, raising red flags over possible illicit financial inflows. Despite earning 129,996 and 87 per month, deductions totaling 71,914 and 76 leave him with a net salary of 58,052. Yet records show his monthly loan and credit installments stand at 68,388, an unsustainable financial burden, pointing to a man living beyond his means. O'Sullivan's investigation also uncovered that Masemola owns 5 properties, including 2 in Pretoria, valued at 165,000 and 1.5 million rand, 2 in Pietermaritzburg, 153,000 and 445,000, and 1 in Bloemfontein, 380,000. Some properties date back to purchases made in 1996 and 2002, but concerns have emerged about newer acquisitions and his apparent dependence on revolving loans. In 2019, Masemola reportedly took a 200,000 personal loan from Nedbank and repaid it within 7 months, only to secure another loan, 238,000 rand, to offset the first. He is now allegedly 9 months in arrears with revolving credit at Standard Bank. The O'Sullivan report stated, "Back-to-back loans are generally seen as red flags. Inquiries should be made with the police accounting services to ascertain the nature of the debt that result in such high deductions." The financial probe further links Masemola to kickbacks from controversial intelligence-related property transactions. Among suspected acquisitions is a boutique hotel in Pretoria North worth 22.7 million rand and a commercial building in Durban valued 22.8 million rand, allegedly tied to both Masemola and Khumalo. O'Sullivan, a vocal critic of Masemola's appointment, claims he had warned President Cyril Ramaphosa against selecting him as a commissioner, and said his appointment took the country backwards. He rendered the police service useless. SAPS are actively supporting criminals, including what he refers as to 5 generals and 2 brigadiers. National Police spokesperson Brigadier Glenda Mathe said SAPS is not aware of any warrant of arrest against Masemola, and suggested Malema may be better placed to clarify his claims, and said as far as SAPS is concerned, we are not aware of such a warrant. Masemola's personal finances are private and we cannot comment on them. Mathe did acknowledge that all government officials are required to annually disclose their assets and interests via the Department of Public Service and Administration. However, DPSA spokesperson Moses Moshi said access to such disclosures is limited under the Promotion of Access to Information Act, and said without a formal prior request, that information cannot be shared. KZN Police spokesperson Colin Robert Nejuenda added that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, whose recent press briefing exposed widespread police corruption, is declining to comment on related matters. Malema believes that Mkhwanazi's whistle-blowing on internal police fraud may have triggered police panic and ultimately stalled Masemola's arrest, and said, "I thought Mkhwanazi's briefing was a preemptive strategy. The arrest of Masemola is delayed because of that." O'Sullivan agrees, calling not for just Masemola's arrest, but also for Mkhwanazi to be held accountable. He insists both have long been implicated in criminal operations within the SAPS. As South Africa grapples with a fragile justice system and plummeting public trust in law enforcement, the unfolding saga around Masemola threatens to deepen the crisis. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.